Our next speaker is a special case. We're going to invite up a Nobel Prize winning professor and, as Marie alluded to, the next president of Constructor University, Dr. Kostya Novoselov. Thank you.
So there is a next president. So who is the current president? I'm curious. Is the okay. Just in case. Okay. I've been asked to give a quick introduction into the probabilistic story, which we are working quite actively in my institute in NUS. But I want to take it a little bit broader. That in fact that even though we work on the probabilistic, we still rely on quantum quite heavily. And that's so if you think that quantum only appeared 20 years ago, 25 years ago, 30 actually already, it's not true. So there were quantum is our world is quantum, you want it or not. So we've been working with various quantum technologies for decades, even centuries, like magnets or superconductors, more than 100 years, lasers 70 years, and so on. So now but now we're actually accelerating, and we're switching the quantum to into technology, compute, telecom. We have quantum sensors as well, and I would like to argue that there are actually more in the quantum, and you can extract much more than those few technologies only. So let me just briefly tell you how what is my understanding of the various types of compute, and why that we should combine and maybe select carefully for each of the problem which type of compute we use. So for classical computing, we have individual transistors, individual bits, and they basically act they act individually. So, and then we just trying to make sense out of this. Quantum computing, the huge benefit is that you entangle many qubits, and then you can you let them to evolve, and they basically give you an answer either through quantum annealing or through the quantum gates, almost instantaneous. The problem which we are facing right now is that large quantum systems are very difficult to control. It will be done sooner or later. It doesn't look, at this moment at least, it doesn't look that there are some unsurmountable problems, but it might take some time. Just to give you an example, is it's nuclear fusion. So the first hydrogen bomb is what, 49? Right? Yeah, it's so American 49. And Soviets, so British 53, but basically good 80 years ago. With the controllable nuclear fusion, we're getting there gradually, but it takes time. So control over such complex phenomena might take a while, and that's why we're searching for interim solutions which can use similar phenomena but are ready to work already now. For example, for the probabilistic computing, what you do, you take the same quantum systems, but then in order to gain better control, you don't entangle it internally, you entangle it externally by through the controllable processes, and then you allow it to evolve, and basically solving the Boltzmann annealing Monte Carlo Monte Carlo problems. There are quite a number of different technologies which are available for the quantum for the probabilistic compute now. They basically differ by the source of randomness, by the source of entropy. The most popular ones are magnetic tunnel junctions, photonic systems. In our group, we work on on a different systems on quantum nanowires, but basically as long as you get quantum noise in the system, it should work. Why quantum? Why not classical? In principle, you can build a probabilistic computing with the classical noise as well. But the advantage which we require these days for our technology, we need to make fast computing, but unfortunately, we have to think about the energy consumption these days as well. As I mentioned this morning, so we already, our compute systems already consume good 5% of our total energy production. With AI, is going to be 10, even higher in the next 5 years. So it's a serious challenge. So we need ways how to save on energy. If you use just regular noise, thermal noise, you would have to amplify things by the external amplifiers. Then you're facing the usual problems of the 60 dB per decade, 60 milliwatt per decade, which is an issue with the quantum systems. You don't need to do this amplification. The quantum world does it for you. So, and then basically what you do, you use it as Boltzmann annealers, which work very similarly in a similar manner as the quantum annealers. Just in the quantum annealers, all your qubits are entangled in your system already. But that's the challenge, because it's very hard to scale up. In the probabilistic compute, you have oscillating, you have fluctuating p-bits, which state depends on the state of all the other p-bits around it. So it can sense the complete space of the complete space of the possible states and trajectories of your system. Just this entanglement is done externally, and that's why the scalability is much easier. So the kind of problems which you solve is, again, as Maria already mentioned, is basically the optimization problem. So it's either image generation, it's portfolio optimization, it's logistics, but basically anywhere you need to sense a very complex parameter space with probably with a lot of local minima, metastable states. You can use these kind of technologies, probabilistic compute. Unfortunately, if it is extremely complex space, you would have to use more and more of those p-bits, but that's not a big problem, because we can scale up quite rapidly. So there are some. So the questions is whether we can produce enough of those p-bits. The answer is yes. So we can already make 100,000 or more of those. The very difficult to compute the real energy consumption, because the algorithms are so different. But if you if you believe that the random number generation is one of the most important operation in the CPUs, you can compute how many usual transistors and how many flops do you need for the simulation of one p-bit, and that's usually thousands to tens of thousands. And then people can project what the speed and the power consumption, and basically that's again very difficult because to compare oranges and apples because of different algorithms. But on this graph, you want to be in the southeast corner over there, because you want to reduce your power consumption and increase the sampling throughput. And already now the projections show you that the probabilistic bits should be able to get quite significantly down from the current performance of, for example, NVIDIA chips. But anyway, just to conclude, for many years, our sustainable computing growth has been guaranteed by the two laws, by the Moore's law and the Denon's law. The Moore's law gives you the guarantee that the number of transistors doubles every 1.5 years, and the Denon's law tells you that even though it doubles, the power consumption won't increase because your transistors become smaller and smaller and smaller. Unfortunately, we are facing the ends of the Denon's scaling, so we are hitting this power wall. People are thinking about the replacement, what is coming after silicon, and we're working quite intensively on this as well, on the new materials after silicon. But we really have to think about other possible architectures, not only about the alternative materials. And in reality, I think the quantum compute, probabilistic compute, and neuromorphic compute are still the contenders for the next generation architecture. The only question is in which sequence and how soon is going to happen. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Novoselov. And you can take a seat here. We're going to invite a handful of folks up on the stage for a panel discussion.